44 years in the history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If somebody would say 40 years ago that I would still do music in 2025, I wouldn't believe. Of course, I wouldn't believe. Okay, that's my passion since I was a child. Yeah,
Right.
this kind of music because I started listening to this music in 1970 when Black Sabbath Paranoid came out.
Right. Wow.
And we had a school library
Uh-huh.
where you could hear some records
Uh-huh.
and you've got some headphones to listen. And
Uh-huh.
I saw this cover and I was 7 years old, and I put the record on, think, this is interesting. Oh, this is my music. This is
Uh-huh.
exactly this guitars and the first song I heard was War Pigs, and then it was done with me.
Wow. Wow. Hey, did you always wanted to go into music or was there something else?
Um, yeah, I remember, or my mother told me that I was around 3, 4 years old,
Uh-huh.
and they had also a record player, an old record player, and
Right.
there was some pop music and stuff on. But I always wanted to listen to this, to
Right.
music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then later on, I started with drums when I was in school.
Uh-huh.
I had a schoolmate, and he had a drum kit at home, and he said, "Do you want to join and watch a little bit? Maybe you're interested into." And
Uh-huh.
he showed me the first steps on my first instrument, drums.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I played and then in a school band and always just drums. I didn't start on guitar. I
Right.
had a guitar on my wall from my father. He wanted to start playing guitar, and he
Uh-huh.
had Ramus electric guitar, but he
Uh-huh.
never played with. And then the guitar went on my wall as like a poster.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I also didn't play it with him, and there was just one string on that
Oh
on
yeah.
that guitar.
Wow.
And that's why I turned the guitar left because it felt better if I
Right.
play
Yeah.
left. And it doesn't matter if you play with one string on the guitar left or right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so I put it left and now I play upside down. I play a right hand guitar, left hand.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's very rare. So then in the school later on, I met Axel Blaha, the co-founder of Paradox.
Okay.
I met him in '79, and he was always interesting because I put on my cassette recorder
Uh-huh.
and I drummed with drumsticks, with real drumstick I've got on Christmas for my
Uh-huh.
parents. I drummed on pillows to the
Wow.
music
Uh-huh.
from AC/DC and the older stuff and some Deep
Right.
Purple. And then Axel always say, "Can I have the drumstick? I also want,
Uh-huh.
yeah." And then I said, I always were singing too, and I
Right.
said, why I shouldn't learn guitar? Then I'm not in the back, I'm in the
Right.
front,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I can sing. And then I started with 17 years old.
Uh-huh.
Axel started from zero, and me started from zero.
Hmm.
5 years later, from zero, we
Right.
get a worldwide record deal at one of the biggest heavy metal labels at that time with Roadrunner Records,
Right.
a worldwide deal. So I can advise everybody, it's never too late to learn
Right.
an instrument because in 5 years you can reach a lot.
Right.
Because this record we made were album of the month, newcomer number one in Germany, and yeah, it was the best start a band could have.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. And how many albums did you put out?
That's the ninth album, studio album, the new one,
Uh-huh.
and Uh, and we put out every demo track I ever recorded. I had in my shelf, and this was 5 records, all demo stuff, pre-Paradox stuff, and demo stuff when we record before we recorded Heresy album, and I put it out under different labels. But so the studio albums are the ninth one, and
Wow.
I want I remember when we signed the record deal with Roadrunner Records at the
Uh-huh.
time in 1986. Um, we signed a record deal about 5 albums, full albums,
Wow.
and I remember when I talked to Axel, how should we record 5 albums? We can record maybe 2 albums.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's much too fast. Everything goes too fast for us. Yeah,
Right.
we are not as far as we should to go out to everybody in the world, you know.
Right.
And but we couldn't do anything again, so we rewrote. And I thought maybe I reached 5 later on after I started a comeback with Collision Course in 2000. And then I thought maybe I reach 5, but
Mhm.
now I say 10 records. It's a
Wow.
good. It's something I would like to reach
Right.
10 studio albums, and then I set everything with Paradox, with the music of Paradox. But it shouldn't be the end,
Right.
because always be able to write a song,
Uh-huh.
present the fans a song, a new song. So after the last record, I will do maybe here and there some songs
Mhm.
which have to sound like Paradox,
Right.
but also try out a little bit because I'm in the whole heavy metal music. So it's not just thrash metal. I listen
Right.
to everything.
Right.
If it's Queensryche, if it's Crimson Glory from Florida,
Yeah.
Sabbath, or something else, Saxon
Right.
and
Yeah.
the whole,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, this new album, Mysterium, comes out September 26th on High Roller Records.
Yeah.
How does High Roller Records treat you guys?
Oh, very, very good. I'm so satisfied with that record label because the A and Z of everything is communication. And it's in all things in your in life. And with that record label, I get answer. When I have a question, I get the right answer.
Right. Yeah.
And uh, the communication is very good. Everything is very good what they did till now for Paradox.
Uh-huh.
So it seems to be I'm most happy with that label. From all labels I had. I never had such a communication,
Right.
and and they are very kind, and they work with real for the band with
Right.
passion. Not because they must, maybe I don't know, but they work with passion,
Right.
and I'm very happy with High Roller Records. Yes, and
Did,
they fit to Paradox because they are old school, you
oh,
know.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were very old school. So it fits perfect to Paradox. Yeah.
Did they tell you how many tracks they wanted, or did they point out the single they wanted, or you had free range?
Oh, we talked
Uh-huh.
about how much singles we want to do,
Right.
and so we want to put out 3 singles
Uh-huh.
with lyric videos, and the next one comes will be released next week on the 19th, I guess. It's Fragrance of Violence.
Uh-huh.
Um, a very good song.
Uh-huh.
And it's a typical Paradox song, you know. This is a Paradox fan will hear stuff like this.
Right. Yeah.
And I would never touch the style of that band I formed for so many years and developed. If you listen to Tales of the Weird or Riot Squad or Pangea
Right.
or Mysterium or Heresy 2, you hear after 30 minutes which band is playing. So and this is, yeah, very important because to keep the style true for the fan.
Right. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your live show. Do you plan on going out on tour or doing shows?
Oh, yeah, that's a big problem because if you want to play live, you need a band for to play live.
Right.
And the musicians on that level don't grow like apples on the trees
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
in this area where I live.
Right.
So if I want to play live, I must hire some studio musicians or live musicians. I would get them, but
Right.
I ever wanted to have a band.
Right.
But it's so difficult to get a band. Axelblad don't live anymore.
Hmm.
And I can tell you the reason because why I did everything alone, because it wasn't planned that I
Right.
did everything alone. It's not because of my ego. It's this time I changed something during the compositions. I wrote a song, and always when I write a song, I want to hear it perfect. Yeah, because then I get, yeah, you know.
Uh-huh.
And to have the best sound, this time I recorded the bass on, and
Uh-huh.
I sent the file to the bass player Oli Keller, who recorded 4 albums with Paradox. He's a great friend of mine,
Uh-huh.
and he listened to it and he said, "Hey Charlie, how you did this? Did you practice a little bit more or something?
Uh-huh.
I couldn't play this bass better than you. So
Uh-huh.
let it on and
Right.
take
Yeah.
it, because why I should practice everything? The bass is perfect." So
Right.
that was the bass instrument.
Right.
The drums were different because I worked with Axel Blaha on the drums,
Uh-huh.
but he was mentally not capable anymore
Right.
to play the drums because of depressions and stuff like this.
Right.
And he said to me, "Charlie, please do the programs for that songs. That songs are so great, and please do the program as I would like to play."
Right. Yeah.
And because of my knowledge with drums since 50 years, I know exactly which drums
Right.
you have to put on that songs. And then I did it. That was the drum instrument. And
Right.
the lead, I play the rhythm guitar since the beginning, and the
Right.
vocalists never change. And the leads,
Uh-huh.
the Christian Münzner were in the band, but he's a busy man and he had project here, project there. And I was waiting for his call, and then I asked for, and he said, "Oh, I mean, I do a US tour, and after the US tour, I will record the solos for the Paradox album."
Mhm.
And then I waited and waited, and it took long, and then Axel died, and then suddenly he wrote, "Hey, sorry, I didn't call you up, and how far and stuff like this." And I said, "Now I'm ready for you can record the solos." But then I waited another 2 or 3 months, and
Right.
then I I I, I was sick of that, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And Ollie said then to me, "Charlie, why you don't you recorded all instruments? Why you don't record the solos?" Then I said to him, "Do you know how a good guitar player Christian Münzner is?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's very difficult, yeah, to do solos in on that level,
Right.
because he is a great guitar player, you know." And but I did it. I did it well.
Uh-huh.
The solos, they kick ass, you know, and I'm really happy with that solos. Yeah. So I put everything in. What I could do. I took my time to each note that this fits to the music and to the song. And this is most important. All what you record, all what you do should just be not on an ego of a person. It's just for the song.
Hmm.
And this is the same with drum program. If you can do it and it's good, it's not who played on that album, it's about the song. Is the song
Right.
good? And the song is good. Is the song bad? Okay, forget it.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
But Yeah, I'm very satisfied with the result.
Uh-huh.
Totally very satisfied with the result. And it's my little masterpiece, I guess. It's my little masterpiece. Yeah.
So what is your not your favorite song, but the one you like playing the most?
Oh, it's difficult because, you know, this album is 1 year old now. I
Uh-huh.
never listened to an own album for 1 year,
Right.
and I still love it. I could say great songs are One Way Ticket to Die.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Those Who Resist is great. Yeah, the title track. Um, but Kholat is a
And
shout, you know. Kholat. This is great. Yeah, I love all the songs because there is no filler in it.
right,
This is
yeah.
the correct thing. I cannot say that one song of that album is better than a song from a good song from Riot Squad or something. No, it's the
Right.
whole thing. You start listen to it, and if it ends, you start wanting to listen to it again.
Uh-huh.
And if you listen to it for a while, and this is necessary, if you
Right.
listen to it for a while, then it goes more and more in you. Because I guess I chose the bridge between old school and paradox nowadays.
Right, yeah.
Without you think, oh, the rhythm guitar sounds totally old school. But then, as a composer, little experiments are allowed, you
Right.
know. But
Mhm.
as I said or mentioned before, no style breaking.
Right.
If a Paradox fan listen to a Paradox album, there should Paradox in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you plan on a 10th album?
Pardon me?
Do you plan on the next album, a 10th album?
Yes, because this album is 1 year old, and
Uh-huh.
now I have itchy fingers, you know. I, I like, yes, and I play each day guitar, and always when I play, my girlfriend says, "Hey Charlie, why you don't record these great ideas?" I
Right, yeah,
say,
yeah.
I don't know. I never lose ideas. So I start playing guitar and then it takes a while and then say, oh, this could be a good riff.
Yeah.
And I don't remind it always, but it comes again when I start recording. Then I program a beat on a speed level I choose the
Right,
speed I choose, and then I play guitar on it. I
right.
just put a straight rhythm on it, on a tempo, yeah, 200 ppm or something like this for a fast song, and then I start playing guitar until I have a part. I say this one part I use, and if I get one part a day,
Right,
then I won because I just won't have always the best what comes out of me.
right. Do you have merchandise available for fans to buy?
I plan to do, because this is a great cover from Travis Smith. I plan to do t-shirts and patches and stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. About live, you asked me about live, and I forgot. I plan to do a final concert, maybe in front of a big crowd that everybody can come to watch.
Right, yeah.
This I can imagine to do, yes. But for a whole band, you need a practice room, rehearsal room, and you need it together because a band is a teamwork,
Right.
and that's why the lineup changing during the years. It is teamwork, like in each job. And if somebody doesn't work with you, like Axel Blaha did the
Right.
whole time, we were holding one route to reach something.
Uh-huh.
And I missed this over the years. Not everybody, I can't say they didn't work for Paradox. Each member who spent time in Paradox worked for Paradox. So there I say thank, and I appreciate this. But to reach really something. You need 4 or 5 members
Yeah.
who play live concerts, studio records, live concerts, studio records, and stuff. The other side of the coin is if you go in this circle to record albums and then go on tour and then you tour is finished and you go again in the studio, the quality of the songs are nowadays not so high anymore because they under pressure, time pressure,
Right.
and I had no time pressure. I was sitting here with my
Yeah.
Bayern Munich coffee, you know, and
Yeah.
and and, and
I
can
got the
record.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheers. I can record when I want, when I have the mood for, and then the result is like I want.
Cool, cool. Is there any bands you listen to now?
Mhm. I'm waiting for a new Forbidden album. I like the new The Hounded album. I'm waiting for a new Exodus album and the New Testament album, and of course the new Nevermore album. And so I'm into, I listen to the bands, all the bands I like, my favorite bands. One of my favorite bands are Opeth. I like their new album because it's a great progressive piece, very good. And I'm very proud to have the same cover artist. Yeah. Uh, so I listen to a lot of metal music.
Right. Yeah. How much has music changed from when you first started to now? I mean, back then was albums, but albums are available now again. So how has the music changed for you?
Yeah, okay. When internet and mobile smartphones started, it changed everything in a fast living. A lot of people just listen to the song and then put it away, next song. They don't listen anymore to the whole album. Just the die-hard fans, they do it. But it's more a fast living, and in the 80s it was completely different. Each album which came out was great. I don't know why, but each album which came out was great.
Right.
Nowadays you have 150 albums per month, and 3 or 4 maybe are
Yeah.
good, and this is the most change, I guess. Yes, this change. A lot of haters in the internet, they don't listen to your music, but just write something bad about a band, and this
Right.
is so cheap. And but what I like is that heavy metal still alive
Right.
and will never die, because now this is the heavy form of rock and roll, and this will never die, and this is a good sign.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the future brings, but I'm very proud that I was there in the beginning, and all these great parties and all these great events the stories we lived. It's a dream, a childhood dream who came true, much more than that. And so yeah.
A lot of bands are only putting singles out. Is there a reason for that? Attention span, maybe, or whatever?
Just for this album, the 3 singles.
No, I
And you
mean
said
like other
just
bands.
single songs.
Yeah.
So just single songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be the future. This could be the future, because if you go now out in the stores, do you see any record stores anymore? Just a
No.
few.
You
And
know,
and in the 90s and 2000s, they were full of records and CDs and everywhere. And now physical products leave more and more. And so that's why maybe some bands changed to record just singles. This could be the future. It's sad, but it could be the future, yes.
right. Yeah.
That you don't can hold something in your hand anymore.
Right. Yeah.
just for people like vinyl now,
Right.
who are do this with passion, you know, and
Right.
then but not millions of records or something.
Very cool. A lot of classic bands don't even put out material no more. They just do shows.
Yes, 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 yes. Because they say the fans just want to listen to the old songs. Why we should do? I heard this when we played with Twisted Sister once.
Uh-huh.
We talked, we bring a breakfast together.
Right.
He said, and I said, why you don't put a new record out? And he said to me, because they want all I want to rock. They want to hear all the old stuff.
Yeah, it's true. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I like to hear new stuff, you know?
Yeah, I understand because if Paradox would go on tour, what they had to play Heresy, of course, you
Right,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, you know. So so
I
so
could be,
good. In
yeah,
your
I think,
career, what was your favorite part of your career so far?
oh, that's okay. Different parts because the first album you make,
Right, yeah,
the first record deal you get,
right, yeah,
Dynamo open air in front of 88, in front of 22,000 people. Um, Yeah, um, but the most success or the main thing is the success to be in that, to be a part of this scene over more decades.
uh-huh. Cool.
I don't must sell millions of records or actual the star in front of everybody, you know. No,
Right,
no. To alive this 40 years and still doing out records which are on a great level. This is the most important and the most success for me, where I'm much most proud of it. Yeah, but of course we had so much fun at concerts we
right,
played. I couldn't say that's one high point or one high point after the next, you know.
right.
So, but the first album was a change. It changed the life, changed our life. Yeah.
Well, Charlie, it was great talking to you, and I appreciate the chat. Congratulations on Mysterium, September 26th, High Roller Records. And would you like to say, hey, you said you had none.
Can you remember this, man?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah, thank
remember.
you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for your support.
Uh,
And I would like to talk to you again after the next album. And
cool,
I hope you like Mysterium. Is it worth to listen to it?
cool, cool. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
Talk to you, man. Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye bye, Brian.
Bye bye.